This conference will now be recorded.
Now, so now we'll see the update statement, how to use this update statement in order to update the record values, what are the various steps that we need to use in order to update the records. Now let's see practically. Okay. Now, so what is the use of update statement generally? To update the records. How many? Only one or multiple? Multiple. In order to update the multiple records by assigning some new values for the fields. By assigning some new values for the fields, and we can able to update those records back to the database with the help of this update statement. So by using this update statement, not only updating one record, we can update multiple records also. Okay, we can update multiple records also in one shot by assigning some new values for the required fields. What are the field values you would like to update? We can able to assign some new values for those fields, and we can able to make those changes to be get committed back to the database. So for that reason, whenever if you want to update either one or more number of records into the object group programmatically, we can use this update statement. Okay. Now, so in this case, whenever I'm using this update statement, you will be having some limitations. You know that concept. Already we have discussed as part of insert. Same problems will be getting arise here also. How to solve those problems? Database class methods, right? We can use database dot update method. Instead of using this update statement, we can use database dot update method by allowing partial processing mechanism. Okay. Now, so let's make a note of this one. Then we'll see how to update the record. What are the steps we need to follow? By using this statement, we can update one or more records into the specified object by assigning the new values for the fields. By assigning the new values for the fields. Now, the syntax. But whenever we are updating the record, mandatorily we need record ID. Okay, mandatorily record ID is required. Because if I'm not using that record ID, then which data, which record we need to update here? Okay, so that here we need that record ID upon updating the records. Okay, now make a note point here. Upon updating the record, we need the record ID. Now, how to update each and every record? Now, let's see. If you want to update only one record, then we have to use that update statement. Update, we can specify the object name in which the record has been stored. Whatever the record you have stored inside a particular variable or object name, specify that object name so that we can update this record into that respective object. If you want to update some multiple records, in this case, how can we update? By using update specific collection name, where exactly the records has been placed, which you are going to update. By using database class. By using database class also, we can able to update those records back to the database also. For that one, I'm using database dot save result. we can specify database dot update. Specify the collection name where exactly the records are available, and then we can pass the Boolean parameter. So whatever the records has been getting updated, those records results also storing inside the same class called as save result class. Because when you try to create the record newly, it will be having save button. When you click on update button, nothing but edit button to modify the record, there also we're having save button. So both will be committing the changes back to the databases here. Okay, so that you are using that save result class during insertion, updation in both the cases. The return type of database.insert or database.update, the return type will be always database.save result class. Upon deleting the record, what is the return type? Delete result class. Okay. Upon upsetting the record, upset result class. Upon undeleting the record, undelete result class here. Okay. But when coming to the save and the update, both we are having same class. Okay. The return type should be always database.save result class. Done? Now, so then how to update the records exist inside the object here. Now let's see. For example, come to a scenario. Assume that I'm having an account object. In my account object, we have so many records are there. For example, there is a record with the name Abhishek. Okay, there is a record with the name Abhishek. For this Abhishek record, rating value is cold. Okay, and then we are having the annual revenue as 25 lakhs. Now what I want to do is, I want to change this rating value to hot and then annual revenue value to 50 lakhs. How can we do that generally? Then forget about update statement, programming, everything. Okay, now in this case, how can we do this one here? Just click on that record. Click on the record means what? I'm collecting the record from that database. Okay, now the record is available to you. Okay, now the record is available. Then what we can do? Edit the value. That means change the values here for that field. So I'm assigning the value as 50 lakhs. Rating, I'm assigning the value as from cold to hot. Okay, now observe the steps here. First of all, what we did, click on that record. When you click on the record, it is making an SQL query, collecting the record details from the database. It will be loading to me here. Once the record is available, then I'm assigning some new values for those fields. For the annual revenue field, I have assigned some value. For the rating field, I have assigned some value. Once you are done with assigning the values, then what we can do? Click answer. Nothing but committing the changes back to the database. That means 3 steps are available. Okay, get the record, assign some new value, commit the changes back to the database. Okay, now, so the same 3 steps we are following when coming to that, the programming also here. Okay, programming also. Now, for example, let me explain. Assume that I'm having my account object. I'm having my account object now. Inside my account object, I'm having ID value, ID column, and the name column, rating column, and the industry column. So these are the 4 columns are available. ID, name, rating, industry. These are the 4 columns are there inside my table. I'm having some records inside it. The first record is 001234. Name is some Ramesh. Rating value some code, industry banking. Second record 001345. His name is some Kiran. Rating value some heart, industry some finance. Next, the third record 001456. His name is some Suresh, and the rating value some cold, and he is from insurance industry. 001567. His name is some Karthik. Rating value some warm, industry some banking. These are the 4 account records are available inside my object. Okay, so these are the 4 account records are available inside my object here. Okay, these are the 4 records are there. Now let me explain my requirement. So in my account object, whatever the account records are available, whose industry is banking, okay, whose industry is banking, for those records I want to change the rating value as hot, because for the banking customers I want to give more preference, because that is a very valuable customer to me. We are generating some huge revenue from the banking customers, so I want to make that customer as a premium customer to me. So I want to give some more preference, I want to give some more rating for that customer, so that whatever the account records are available whose industry is equals to banking, for those customers I want to give the rating value as hot. Now tell me, how many banking customers are there right now? Two banking customers are there, Ramesh and then Karthik. These 2 people are banking industry customers. Now for this one they are having the rating value as cold and the warm. What I need to do now, I want to change this rating value as hot for these 2 records here. Now tell me, how can we achieve this one? Tell me your approach now. You know already some steps how to do that here. Fetching the data first. That means first of all we have to collect the record. How can we collect the record now? SOQL, right? Now first of all we need to prepare an SOQL query. I'm preparing an SOQL query here. So what is that SOQL query in this case now? I'm going to be collecting the records. Now tell me that SOQL query. Select ID, name, rating, industry. Now tell me, name is mandatory for me here. I'm doing any operation with the name? No. So that no need of using that name column here. Whatever the fields you are utilizing, fetch only those columns. Okay. Now next, from account where industry equals to banking, right? So now I'm collecting only those records here. By making an SOQL query, I'm collecting only those records whose industry is equals to some banking. I'm collecting only that banking customers information over here from my object here. Okay, this is the SOQL query which I'm going to be using right now. So now let me use this SOQL query here. So I'm going to be preparing an SOQL query. And now this SOQL query returns what? Records. How many records it is returning? It may be 0, it may be 1, it may be multiple. In this case, it is returning 2 records. How it is returning those records? In the form of what? List collection, right? So it is going to be returning the records in the form of a list collection. Now, for example, what records it will return in this case? This is the first record. This is the first record, and this is the second record. Now, so this is the second record. So these are the 2 records are returning by the SOQL query to me here as a result. These 2 records will be returning in the form of what? A collection. Okay. It is returning in the form of a collection. So this is a list collection. List of account. Okay. For this collection, I am giving the name as some LST accounts. Okay. I have given the name as LST accounts here. Now, as soon as whenever I'm making an SQL query, it has written some records to me over here. These are the records have been written by the SQL query to me. Now, the records are available with me right now. Then what we can do now? Then what I need to do? I need to change the value for this rating fields. I need to change these values as hot. Then how can we do that one? How many records are there? 2 records are there. I want to update the rating value as hard for the first record as well as for the second record also. Then what we can do? For loop, right? Now get each and every record from the collection. Okay, get each and every record from the collection by iterating that collection here by using that enhanced for loop. So whatever the records are available, collect those records here. Now I am going to changing these values. Whatever the rating value is available, I am removing the rating value. For this rating field, I am going to be assigning the value as hard. For the first record also hard. For the second record also, I am assigning that value as hard. Now here what I did, whatever the records are available inside my collection, I'm collecting that collection of records, iterating that collection from starting to ending. Okay, from starting to ending, I'm iterating those records from one by using that enhanced for loop, and then I'm going to be assigning some new values for these records. I'm assigning the new values. Assign new values. Whatever the fields are available to whom you want to change the values, assign the new values for this particular fields over here. Once the values have been getting assigned, then what we can do? Saving this record. That means we are going to be committing these changes back to the database again here. Okay. So now commit the changes back to the database. Now. So now here in this case, I am going to be committing these changes back to the database by using that update step. Okay. Now, so in this case, whenever if you want to update the record, this is the steps we have to follow. Okay. In the user interface also we have followed the same. In the programming also we have to follow the same step, nothing else. Okay. First of all, we have to collect the record from the object by making an SQL query. Once the records have been getting collected, store those records inside that collection. Okay, this is up to this one is first step. Okay, as a step 1, collect the required records to be get updated by making an SQL query, store inside the collection. This is the first step. As a step 2, once the records are available, if the collection is not empty, query has written some records, collection is having some records, then as a step 2, iterate this collection from starting to ending, and then assign some new values for the fields to whomever you want. Whatever the records are available which have been collected from the database to be get updated, iterate that collection from starting to ending, assign the new values for this particular fields. Okay, now the second step is over. Now as a step 3, once the changes has been done, then we need to commit the changes back to the database by using that update statement. So as a step 3, we need to update these records back to the database. Okay. Clear? This is the process we have to follow whenever you are updating the records inside your object. When you go to the insert, directly we have inserted. When you go to the delete, directly we have removed. But when you come to the update statement, okay, SQL query will be mandatory. We are having the 3 steps are available. Get the records first, and then assign the values for that fields, and then commit the changes back to that database. Okay? Clear? Now make a note of this one. Understood the concept here, how to do the update operation? Make a note. Upon updating the records, we have to follow the below 3 steps. We have to follow the below 3 steps. As a step 1, get the required records from the object by making an SQL query and store them into a collection. For example, list of account, LST accounts. Select ID, name, rating, industry from account, where industry equals to banking. This is the first step. As a step 2, once the records has been retrieved, then assign the new values for the fields by iterating the collection with the help of for loop. With the help of for loop, iterate the collection from starting to ending and then assign some new values. Now, I want to verify, because whenever I'm making this SQL query, if the table is empty, then query returns 0 records. So at that time, no need to update those records, no need to iterate that. For that one, I'm verifying whether this collection is empty or not. LST accounts is not empty. If the collection is not empty, then I would like to iterate that collection here. For each and every account record, ACC from the collection, I'm assigning the value. ACC dot rating value, I'm assigning as hard. I'm assigning the rating value as hard for each and every account record which we have collected. Next, as a step 3, once all the records has been assigned with the new values, then commit the changes back to the database by using update statement. For example, update LST, or else database start save results equals to database dot update. We can specify the LST accounts, comma false. Second step is over. Done? Understood the concept now? How can we update the records available inside your object? Okay. Shall we go ahead with some examples on this one? Now. So let's take a small use case. Now. For example, I'm having some account records are available inside my object. Okay. I'm having some account records are available inside my object. Now. So inside my account records, whatever the account records are available, whose rating is some chemical, okay, whose rating is some chemicals. I want to change that rating value as, so the whose industry is some chemicals. I want to change those records rating value as hot, and I want to change that annual revenue value as 70 lakhs. Okay. Whatever the account records are available, whose industry is equals to chemicals, for those records, I want to change the rating value as hot, and I want to assign that annual revenue value as 70 lakhs. Okay. Clear? Observe the requirement here. Now let's see how can we implement that. Make a note of this process here. Take a small use case. Write an Apex program to assign the rating as hard and annual revenue as 70 lakhs for the accounts whose industry is chemicals. Whose industry is chemicals. Now tell me, how can we implement this one now? So let me go with that. So I'm going to create a procedure inside my class. In that procedure, I would like to implement this functionality. Now, I'm creating a procedure. Public static void update account records by industry. Okay. Now, so now tell me what needs to be done as a step 1. So get the required records by using SOQL. Now, I'm collecting the records by making an SOQL query. I'm storing the records inside my collection. List of account. LST accounts equals to, I'm fetching the data. Select ID of the account, name, rating value, industry, and what are the fields that you want. Annual revenue. From account where industry equals to chemicals. Where industry equals to chemicals. So now with this one, I'm done with the first step. My first step is over with this one. Next, as a step 2, what we need to do? Assign the values for the records. How can we do that one? Directly can iterate the collection, or do we need to cross check whether the collection is empty or not? We need to cross check that, because if the collection is already empty, then no need to iterate and no need to perform the DML operation. Okay. So I would like to verify whether the collection is empty or not. If the collection is not empty, now tell me how can we write that code? I need to iterate that collection from starting to ending. How can we iterate? For loop. Tell me what we can do inside that for loop now. For each and every account record some ACC, LST accounts. Now, what we can do? I'm collecting each and every account record. Then what values you would like to assign? ACC dot rating. I'm assigning the value as heart. Next, ACC dot annual revenue. I'm assigning the value as 70 lakhs. Next, once the record has been assigned with the new values, then what we need to do? Save the changes back to the database, where we can write that statement within the for loop or outside the for loop. Outside the for loop here. Okay, outside the for loop, I'm going to be updating that here. Commit the changes. Back to database. I'm using that update LST accounts. Once all the records has been getting assigned with some new value for the field rating and the annual revenue, I'm going to be committing the changes back to the database. 3 simple steps.
This conference will now be recorded.
Done with this code? Now. So now let's see how can we execute this one. How can we see those results? As of now, inside my account object for this chemical records, we're having the rating value as warm, and then the annual revenue is some different values are there, like as 45 lakhs, and then we are having some other values may be there for those chemical records here. Now, so now here in this case, I would like to change these values, rating value and the annual revenue value. So let me invoke this method. I'm calling the method. The method name is update account records by industry. So I'm invoking this method. Whatever the method that I prepared to update those records, I'm invoking the method by using class name dot method name, because it's a static method. Click on execute. Request has been sent to the server. It will update the records back to the database, and then we can able to see those changes over here. Let's go to the user interface. You are having that record values are available. Now refresh this user interface. So now whatever the records are available, whose industry is equals to chemicals, now the rating value has been modified as hard, and then annual revenue value has been modified as 70 lakhs. For all these chemical records, the rating value has been modified, annual revenue value also has been modified. Like that, here depends upon your requirement, we can able to commit the changes back to the database once the new value has been getting assigned. Okay, clear? So this is the way we are going to following in order to update either one or more number of records inside an object. Okay, clear? Now, clear? Next one. Take one more use case. Write an Apex class to deactivate the user based on the specified username at runtime. To deactivate the user based on the specified username at runtime. Whatever the username I am going to supply at runtime, based on that username, I would like to collect that user record. If the user is in active status, then I would like to deactivate the user. Suppose if the user is already in deactivation status, then no need to update that record again, because already he is in deactivation status, so I don't want to update those status again. Now tell me, how can we achieve this one? How do you know whether a user is in active status or not? He is active. If you want to deactivate the user, what we need to do? Is active equals to false. That's it. Okay, now start writing the code. I want to pass that username at runtime. Username in the sense which is in the email ID format. Okay, based on that email ID, I would like to collect that user and I would like to deactivate that user. When if the user is in active status, then only. If the user is already in deactivation status, then simply ignore that operation. No need to do anything. Now tell me, what is the query now? What is the query? In that one, what conditions you want to verify? Where username equals to username. Then is active equals to false. No, true. We have that two conditions, because here only I would like to fetch the user based on the username, and that too, that user should be in active status. Then only I want to do that operation, or else I don't want to waste my DML statement. Okay, because already the user in deactivation status, so no need to deactivate the user again over here. Okay, now for that one, I would like to add the two conditions over here. I am preparing a method deactivate user by name. I'm passing the username. Okay, username I'm passing over here. I want to verify whether this username parameter is having some value or not. If username is not equals to empty and username not equals to null. If the parameter value is not null and not empty, then only I would like to collect that user's information. I'm collecting the user. Now tell me, with a username, how many users will be available? Single, only one, because here username should be always unique. So I'm defining single variable over here. User to deactivate. Select ID of the user record, username is active from user object, where username equals to colon the parameter and is active equals to true. So whatever the user is available who is in active status based on that name, and that too I'm giving that limit class also here. Now, so once the user is available, how can we verify if user to deactivate is not equals to null? That means if the user record is available, okay, if the user record is available, then I would like to deactivate the user. Dot is active equals to false, and then update that user record. Update user to deactivate. That's it. So I'm passing a parameter which is a username. Okay, that username I'm verifying if this parameter is having some value or not. If the user name is not empty, that means the parameter is not empty and the not null. Then based on that username, I'm collecting the user record. That too, if the user is in active status only, then only I would like to deactivate. So that I'm adding two conditions where username equals to the parameter name and then is active equals to true. Once the user record has been getting collected, I'm storing inside a variable. And then I'm verifying that if that variable is not empty, that means there is a user record is available. Then I'm deactivating the user by assigning the is active field value as false. Excuse me. Now, so I'm going to be deactivating that user by assigning the is active field value as false, and then I'm committing the changes back to the database. So always we try to save the DML statements and SQL queries. Okay. Done? Done with this code? Yes or no? Okay. Now let me test this functionality. So let me go with the user records. Take any of the users. I'm taking up a user called as user testing 86. Okay. This user is in active status right now because it is indicating that active checkbox has been selected, so that this user is in active status right now. I'm selecting this user name. So let me execute this code. DML operations helper dot Deactivate the user. DML operations helper dot deactivate that user here. I'm passing that username. Username should be always in the form of email ID format that you know that. I'm copying this username. I'm pasting inside this. Now click on execute. The request has been sent to the server. It will deactivate your user record. So let's go to that user's information. As of now, he is in active status. Now just refresh his user interface. Now the user is in deactivation status right now over here. So let me go to my debug log file. How many DML statements I have used? Let's verify. One SQL query we have used. How many DML statements we have used? One. Okay, clear? Now, for example here. So when you try to execute that same code, what will happen in this case? Record will not be available with the active status here. When you try to click on execute button, it is indicating that list has no rows for assignment to yes object type, because here there is no records are available, which is returning by that the SQL query to be get assigned to your collection or the object here. Okay. So how to delete that user record? How to delete that user record? Delete button. That's what. Okay. Don't say yes always. That already told you. Okay. A user record cannot be removable. Once a user record has been created, that will be fixed. We can't remove that user record from the Salesforce instance. If we said yes, then they will say you, okay, so please go out from the interview process. Okay. Clear? Understood the concept, how to update the records? Now, next one. Take few more examples here. The next one. For example, I'm having an account. I'm having an account record with the name some express logistics and transport. There is an account record is available. For this account, I'm having two contacts are available. Okay, two related contacts are available for my account. Okay, for my account record, I'm having two contacts are available. So this is the account record details. Okay, so this is the account record details. So whatever the account that we have, that account is having the rating value, phone number, fax number, and the billing address information is available. Along with that, it is having the respective contact records information also. Okay, now. So now whenever I'm creating a new contact record for the same account, okay, when you click on that new contact on the same account record, it will copy the account record name value, phone number, fax number, and the billing address will be copying into that mailing address field. Now I'm giving that contact record last name as some sample test contact. Now click on save button. My contact record has been created successfully. That contact has been assigned to that account Express Logistics and the transport. So now this is that contact record which we have added right now by specifying the phone number and the fax number. Suppose for example, if I'm changing this account record phone number value, will it be reflecting into the all the associated contacts phone number field? No, it won't reflect that. Once you click on that save button, account record phone number has been modified. Now, whenever we are going to the contact record phone number field, these are not reflecting. But when you click on that new contact button, it is collecting account record phone number automatically. But in future, when you try to change that account record phone or fax or billing address fields, those are not reflecting into my respective contact records. But my requirement is now, I would like to have a method. For that method, I would like to pass one account record. Okay, I would like to pass one account record. Now, I need to verify with this name, do we have any account record is exist or not? If the record is exist, then I would like to collect that account record phone number and the fax number, billing address information. And once the record is available, into cross check, do we have any related contacts are available or not? If the contacts are available, I want to sync the account record phone, fax, and the billing address into the respective contact record phone, fax, and the mailing address fields. Okay, got the information? Whenever I'm going to passing one account record name to my method has to collect that account record. For example, I'm passing my account record name. Like assume that I'm passing an account record name with the name University of Arizona. Whenever I'm passing this name to my method has to collect this account record and the respective contacts also. Once the account and respective contacts have been getting collected, then it has to copy the account record phone number into the contact record phone, account fax into the contact fax, account billing address into the contacts and mailing address. I want to sync. Okay, I want to sync this data here. Now, how can we do this one now? Then I want to do it through programming here. How can we do this? Okay, how? Tell me your approach. How can we do this? I want to synchronize the account records, phone, fax, and the billing address information into the respective contact records, phone, fax, and the mailing address fields. Okay. Okay. Then how can we do this one now? Okay. Okay. Now in this case, for example, I'm passing this name. So this is the account record name here. Now tell me in this situation. I'm passing that account name. How many accounts are available here? 2 accounts are there. For this account, different contacts. For this account, different contacts. So now in this case, in this particular account record contacts, I want to sync the values with this phone number, with this fax number. And for the first account, I want to sync the contact from with this phone number with that fax number. Account to account phone numbers are different, fax are different, billing address is different. I want to sync this data into the respective contacts. Now tell me, how can we do that? Okay, then what account phone? First account record phone, second account record phone. Index, how can we collect that? How do you know that account record index? I'm passing the name. Okay, I'm passing the name. 2 records are available. Okay, 2 records are available here. Both the records are there in that collection, list collection. One is index 0, second one is index 1. Which record is in index 0, which record is in index 1? How can we know? That is difficult. Okay, right. Okay. Right. In this case, we have to use that map collection. Okay, because we are having the different accounts are available, different contacts are available. For one account, two contacts are there. For another account, one contact is available. So depends upon that contact, we need to get the respective parent account, that account record details I need to synchronize over here. For that one, to get the respective account record information, we have that account ID, where inside my contact object, I'm having that account ID values there, to which account this contact is associated. So based on this ID, I would like to collect the respective account record from the map collection, sync the values from the phone to phone, fax to fax, billing address to mailing address directly over here. Okay, clear? Now, let's see how can we implement this functionality now. So let's make a small use case. So write an Apex class to synchronize the account records of phone, fax, and billing address into the associated contact records, phone, fax, and mailing address fields. Mailing address fields. Now, accounts of phone, I want to copy into that contact phone. Account fax into the contact fax. Account billing street, contact mailing street. I want to sync the data between these fields. Now, can I do this one through workflow? Possible? Sure. Process builder. Workflow. I'm talking about workflow. Workflow? We can't. Why? Right. Workflow is supporting only from child to parent, that too if those are associated with master data association. But the scenario is from parent to child. So that will not be supporting by that workflow rule. So we can go with that process builder. Done? Now. So let's see the practical part now. I'm preparing a method. Sync contact details from account or by account name. I would like to pass that account record name. Okay, I would like to pass that account record name. Whatever the account record name that has supplied based on those account record, whatever the respective account records are available, I would like to collect all those records. Those records information I want to store inside my map collection. Okay, now. So first of all, I want to verify with this particular field is having the value or not. Account record name not equals to null and account record name not equals to empty. Okay, not equals to empty. If the account record name parameter value is not empty and not null, then I would like to query those account records information. So I'm fetching that account records, ID of the account record and the complete account record information. Map accounts equals to new map of ID comma account, and then I'm querying the records here. Select ID of the account, and then what are the fields you would like to sync? I want to sync the phone field value, fax field value, billing street, billing state, and the billing city field, billing country field, and the billing postal code from account, where name equals to account record name. So whatever the account record name parameter we have supplied, based on that parameter value, I'm collecting the respective account records, and all those records I'm storing inside my map collection. So once the account records are available, okay, once the account records are available, then only we can get the respective contacts here. Okay, now I would like to verify if the account records collection, map collection is not empty, map accounts is not empty. If the collection is not empty, then I would like to get the respective contact records. List of contact, LST contacts, or else simply you can specify contacts to update. Okay, contacts to update. We can specify, or else simply I'm using that LST contacts. LST contacts equals to, I'm fetching the data. Select ID of that contact record and the phone field value, fax field, mailing street, mailing state, mailing country, mailing city, mailing postal code, comma account ID from contact. Right. Where account ID N, what is that collection here? Where exactly account IDs are available? Map accounts dot key set. Map accounts dot key set. I'm collecting that contact record. The associated contact records I'm collecting from my object here. So what is the problem? Okay. Account ID. Okay. Now I'm having the account records are available, contact records are available, both are available. Now I want to do what I need to do, sync that contacts here, okay, from the account record information. Now if the contacts collection is not empty, LST contacts is not empty. That means if the contacts are available, okay, if the contacts are available, then only I would like to synchronize here. For that one, I'm verifying that if the contacts collection is not empty. Now tell me then what we can do. Iterate the contact records from starting to ending. For each and every contact record, CYN from LST contacts. Now, what needs to be done? I would like to collect that respective account records, phone field, fax field, and then billing address fields information I would like to collect. How can we specify? Account contact dot phone. I want to get the value from where? From that account record phone number. For this contact, what is the related account record? How can we fetch? How can we fetch? Now currently I'm into the contact record loop. Okay, currently I'm into that contact record. Contact to account I would like to traverse. I would like to jump. Okay, I would like to go ahead a step ahead here. Map accounts dot what? Then dot values, no. Now here I'm having that contact. For this contact, there is a related account. Okay, definitely there is a related account is there. I want that account record information. Now tell me, this contact is related to which account? How do we know? Account ID. Where it is available? Inside my, see here. Inside my contact record, I'm having the contact details along with that it will be holding the account record ID value also. To which account this contact is related. Now inside my contact object, I'm having the account ID value. Now with this account ID, can I get the account record information from the map? I know the account ID value. Based on this account ID, I want to collect that account record information from map. How can we do that? Then how can we get that? Now account record details are there inside my map. Now this contact is related to one account. Okay, this contact is related to an account. That account record ID I know. Based on that ID, I want to get one record information from my map. How can we get that? For example, I have a map collection. I'm having the account record IDs and the details are available. I know one account record ID. I want to get the record information value. How can we use that? Get method. Get of what I need to supply? ID we need to supply, not index. ID we need to supply. because it's a map collection. We don't have concept of IDs. Okay. So now map collection dot get of, we need to supply ID. Do you know the ID of that account record here? Yes, contact dot account ID. It will be holding that account ID here. Now based on this account ID, I want to collect that account record information. Where is this account record? Inside my map collection. So that here I am going to passing this one. Map accounts dot get of contact dot account ID. If I'm passing this one, what it will return? Whenever I'm passing the account record ID, it is returning whole account record to me, like as account record ID, phone, fax, everything. But in this case, what value I need to fill up over here? Phone. So that simply we can specify dot phone. That's it. Okay. So now, whatever the account records are required for me, that account records are there inside my map collection. Now, depends upon my requirement, I'm collecting the respective account record here. Okay. Now, here I will show you two ways over here. Upon writing this code, I will show you two ways here. Okay. Now, first one. So now here I'm going to be collecting the contact record. Now, in this contact record, this is associated to one account. That account record I need to collect. Those accounts are there inside my map. Okay. Now, so now, but I know that account record ID. Based on that account ID, if you want to get the respective account record, then we have to go to the map collection. In that map collection, we have to supply that account ID value to the get method. Get method is returning that for this account record, whatever the complete details are available, all the details it will return. But I don't want all the details. I want only the phone field value, which I would like to store inside my contact phone field here, so that I'm accessing only the phone field. Okay. Now, next one, like the similar way, I want to get that contact dot fax. Don't write this one. I will give you one more mechanism to you. Map accounts dot get of contact dot account ID dot fax. Now, contact dot mailing city. Map accounts dot get of contact dot account ID dot billing city. Okay, like that here I'm fetching this information. That means based on the contact records related account, I'm collecting that account record information. From that account, I'm collecting the respective field, those values I'm placing inside this. Okay, now this is one mechanism. Now let me explain the second mechanism here. Now, here in every record, I'm collecting that map accounts dot get of a contact dot account ID, map accounts dot get of a contact dot account ID. I'm writing key path here. It will be looking like as lengthy code. For that one, what I want to do is, instead of getting each and every field value, I want to collect the whole account record in one shot. Okay. Now I would like to collect that whole account record in one shot. How can we get it? Now let me explain. So now here I'm going to be collecting that account record here. Map accounts dot get of contact dot account ID. Whenever I'm passing that account record ID, then based on this ID, it will be returning the complete account record to me. That account record I'm storing inside my account variable, account ACC. Okay. Now the record details are available. So now directly we can sync. Okay. Now directly we can sync this information. The account record information is there inside my ACC variable. Now we can sync that. Contact dot phone equals to ACC dot phone. That's it. Simply. Contact dot fax equals to ACC dot fax. Contact dot mailing city equals to ACC dot billing city. Contact dot mailing country equals to ACC dot billing country. Contact dot mailing state ACC dot billing state. Contact dot mailing street ACC dot billing street. Contact dot mailing postal code ACC dot billing postal code. Okay, I'm collecting this whole information inside this. Okay, so once the contact records have been getting collected, okay, once the contact records have been getting collected, then I'm going to be assigning the new values over here. Once all the contacts have been getting assigned with the latest values, then I would like to update that contacts here. Update LST contacts. That's it. Simple. Done. I'm going to syncing that information. Done this one starting part. Done. Now. So now let me test this functionality. So let me take an account. So I'm taking up that account called as a Genie point. For this Genie point, we are having only one contact is available here. Okay. Now, for example, I'm changing this value to I've changed these values over here, phone value and the fax value. Now, so these are the phone and the fax values I want to sync into my respective contacts, phone and then fax fields. Okay, and the mailing address field information also over here. So let me open that contact record. It is having a different phone, different fax number, different mailing address is available. Whatever the Genie points address information is available, the same address I would like to copy into that respective fields also. So let me call this method. I'm passing this account record name, Genie point. Okay. Now click on execute. The request has been sent to the server. It will reflect those changes back to that database. So let's refresh this user interface. As of now, we are having the phone number all are nines, fax number all are nines, and the contact is having some different phone number, fax numbers are available. Now refresh this user interface. It has to sync those values. Phone number has been synchronized. Fax number also has been synchronized based on that account record, phone and fax. Suppose if it is having multiple contacts also, it will work. Now let me show you. Take that account. I'm using that an account called as Edge Communications, which is having some multiple contacts are available. We are having totally 7 contacts are available over here. For this account, we are having totally 7 contacts are available. These are the 7 contact records are available, which are having phone and the fax values, different values are there. Let me go back to that account. I'm changing that phone number values to all are 7s. And the fax number is all are 8s. I'm changing these values. I'm updating that account record here. Account record, phone and the fax have been modified. But when you go to the respective contact, the phone and the fax values are not reflected. Now I want to sync these values now. Just to copy that account. I'm pasting that account record name. When I click on execute, it is going to synchronizing this account record, phone and the fax and the billing address information into that all the respective contact records. Refresh this user interface. Every contact will be having that same phone and the fax number which we have entered over there. We can take all the 7 contacts also. Every contact record, phone number, fax number has been reflected with the values 7s and 8s. Okay, clear? Now, so if the account is having one contact, we have verified. If the account is having multiple contacts, we have verified. Suppose, for example, with the same name, I'm having 2 account records are available. Now let me test that functionality also, whether my code will work properly or not. So now here I'm going to be taking up the 2 account records. Here we have 2 account records are there, University of Arizona, University of Arizona here. So now this is the second record here. This is one account record. This is the second account record. 2 records are available. This record ID is ending with some 3NK. This record is ending with the 3NI. Okay, 2 records are available. Both are different. Here we are having that phone number. I'm indicating like as all are 5s. Here I'm indicating the values are 6. I'm changing this now. So now let's see. Now this account will be having all the phone number values are 5, and this will be having 6. But here we are having different phone, different facts are available. Next, the second account. Here I'm giving the values are all are 9s. Here I'm giving the values are all are 8s. Now let's see. Here for this particular first account, University of Arizona, we are having 3 contacts are available, which are having different phone, different fax numbers are available over here. For the second account Arizona, here we are having that one contact is there, which is having the phone and the fax numbers are different. Now I would like to update, I would like to sync these contacts. All the 4 contacts I would like to sync. Okay. All the 4 contacts I would like to sync with the respective account records information over here. Okay. Now let's see how can we do that. I'm collecting that University of Arizona. I'm passing this value. Okay. I'm executing that piece of code. Now, so now it has to sync both the accounts contact records. Now for this account, now this is the first account record, which is University of Arizona, which is having all our 9s and fax numbers are 8s. It is having 3 contacts. It has to synchronize these values with all our 8s and the 9s. It has to sync with that 9 and 8. We are having second record is available with the same name, University of Arizona, which is having that phone number as all our 5s and 6. Now it has to sync this contact record with that value 5 and 6 here. Okay, with the 5 and 6. Depends upon that respective parent account record. We have to collect those details. We have to sync into the respective contact records here. Okay, clear? So now both all the things we have verified. All the 3, the negative, all the 3 cases we have tested here. If the account is having only one contact, it has to work. If the account is having multiple contacts, it has to work. If the multiple accounts are available, for those multiple accounts, multiple contacts are available, it is working properly over here. Okay, all the 3 cases we have verified. Okay, clear? So this is the way we are going to be updating the records into your object by using that update statement. Understood the concept here? Clear? Now, make a note of some assignments here. Write an Apex program to assign the annual revenue as annual revenue for each account based on the industry as below. Okay, based on the industry, I want to assign some annual revenue as below here. If the industry is some banking, I want to assign the annual revenue value as some 79 lakhs. If the industry is finance, I want to assign the annual revenue value as some 64 lakhs. If the industry is insurance, annual revenue value 55 lakhs. If the industry is manufacturing, I want to assign the annual revenue value as some 39 lakhs. If the industry is education, I want to assign that annual revenue value as some 81 lakhs. If the industry is some consulting, I want to assign that annual revenue value as some 45 lakhs. This is my requirement. So collect the account records, okay, from the object, and then based on this industry, assign the annual revenue value for those records. Okay. Next, the second one. So write an Apex program to transfer the records to the below specified user based on rating. If the account records rating value is equals to banking, all the banking record transferred to the development user. Rating value heart. If the rating is warm, I want to transfer the records to the customer user. But please make sure whenever we are transferring the record to that user, please make sure user is in active status or not. If the rating value is equals to some code, transfer to manager user. If the rating value is empty, transfer to testing user. Transferring the user means what? Changing the ownership. Ownership in the sense how? Changing the ownership in the sense how? No. Created by is a read-only field. We can't change through programming also. Owner, okay. Owner field is available. What is the actual column name for the owner? Owner ID. Okay, owner ID. In that owner ID, pass this user record ID. That's it. Okay. Okay. Try these two assignments today here. Okay. Tomorrow we'll see the Visual Force programming. Okay. We have two more features are available here. We'll see in that next session. Tomorrow I'm going to be discussing about the Visual Force programming. Tomorrow 2 hours, and then Sunday we'll be having 3.5 hour session. Okay. Visual Force fundamentals we'll discuss about that because it will take some more time. So that tomorrow and after tomorrow we can spend some more time because the people are free Saturday and Sunday. So we can able to spend some more time. We'll discuss about the fundamentals of Visual Force programming. Okay.